With so many games coming out all the time, it's hard to keep up. There's so many good games out there, so many games that we all want to play, and just not enough time to do it. Unfortunately, gaming is not a full-time job, and even if it was, I think this idea would still persist, that there's so many games to play. It can honestly be overwhelming at times to think about the sheer number of games I have paid money for and will probably never play. But as I sit here just about halfway through the year, I kind of realized something. It's okay. Let's talk about why. You know what else is okay? Liking the video and subscribing to the channel. So at the beginning of the year, I decided to take kind of a different approach to the whole backlog thing. I figured, why have this huge list of games staring at me? Just pick a small handful that you want to play this year. And so I did. I picked 12 games, one for each month, in theory, and got started on it right away. It actually started really well. I was pretty excited about it, and started with Pokemon Violet, which I blasted through, while also starting on a few of the other games, like Sandland or Mass Effect 3 or Yakuza 5. But even at the beginning of the year, I really didn't like the feeling that this whole process was giving me. I felt like I had a deadline, like I was going to get fired from a job that I don't even have if I didn't play the correct games in the correct amount of time. It doesn't help that the next few games that I tried to play are just games that were not going to hold my attention. Dragon Quest Monsters and Sandland are fine enough games, but I didn't really find them engaging enough to see through to the end. Similarly, I got about halfway through Yakuza 5, got to Haruka's chapter, realized it was just a bunch of rhythm mini-games, and decided I didn't really want to play that game much anymore either. Part of why I wanted to do this was to then make videos on these games, and I was finding that I didn't really have anything to say about them. And speaking of videos, I think that adds a lot of pressure too, this idea that I want to make videos about the games I'm playing, so I have to have played a game in the last week to then make a video about it. There's a lot of pressure there for something that is supposed to be a hobby, that's supposed to be an escape. But it can really start to feel like the thing you're escaping from instead of the thing you're escaping to. There's this idea that I've heard that has started to really ring true for me as I think about my backlog. Every shot has to be the most important shot as you're taking it. But as soon as you've taken it, it is just another shot. It's not one to think about. And the next one isn't one to think about yet either, because you're still focused on this shot. Backlogs will always be with us. I don't think it's physically possible to play all the games that you want to play. Even if you do it 24/7, I'm sure there are games that would fall through the cracks. But that is okay. It's not about doing everything. It's about enjoying what you're doing. There's another video I want to make about games and endings. There's some point in every game, no matter how good it is, when you've decided the game is going to be over, whether that is because you are going to the final boss or you've done all the side content, whatever it is. And now that you can see the end, you just want it to get there. I think there's some weird psychological thing that we do, because we're already on to the next thing. When Oblivion Remastered released a week before Clair Obscura, and then like 2 weeks before Doom: The Dark Ages, all these highly anticipated games coming out so close to each other, it felt like you had to just get through everything as fast as possible to play the next new thing, to the point that you almost couldn't enjoy the thing you were playing. And on reflection, that might have even shown through in my videos on some of those games. I started playing Persona 3 Reload this week, and it's just been so refreshing. It's a game that I know is going to take a long time. This is also its own video, but the difference between Persona 5 and Persona 3 is so stark. Persona 3 is so much simpler, so much more, cozy, There's less to do. There's less of a constant deadline. There's less focus on the story because it is more of an overarching story that slowly opens up. And I've just been really enjoying it. It's been so fun in almost a decompressing kind of way. And I think it helped really crystallize a lot about this idea of trying to rush through games just to check them off a list. I'm sure I'm still going to do that because old habits are hard to break, and I do still like playing games. I like experiencing all these different kinds of games. But at the same time, I do think that is something that's worth being mindful of. The backlog is not something to be defeated. It's not something to be overcome. It's supposed to be something we enjoy doing. My backlog is here. It's always going to be here. It is the literal elephant in my game room. But unfortunately, that's just the way life is. It's not about getting rid of it. It's about learning to live with it. So while I do still want to get through the last few games on my list of games for 2025, I just know already that there's a few I'm not going to finish because I'm not going to go back to them. Sandland, you were fun while you lasted. Dragon Quest Monsters, honestly, you weren't that fun to begin with. And Tears of the Kingdom, it's just not a game for me. I can't do it. I don't know. It's just not my speed. It's not my tempo. But I'm not going to kill myself trying to finish them for some artificial sense of accomplishment. I'm just going to enjoy Persona 3 Reload, maybe finish Armored Core 6, which is also a game that's fine, and then see how far I can get through The Last of Us 2 before I decide I don't like that. Same with Death Stranding. And then, I don't know, maybe there's a different third way of looking at the backlog that I just haven't found yet. What do you think? Do you like having a backlog? Do you like checking games off the completion list? Let me know in the comments down below. What game has been on your backlog the longest? For me, it is probably the entire Metal Gear series. If you liked the video, hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you all with the next video.